What's going on, guys? Got a jam-packed night for you guys tonight. What I'm gonna go over is a stock that I think you guys, not think, you guys should buy right now. As a matter of fact, let me put this out right now. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you and showing you setups. So with that said, um, first, guys, let me ask you if you like the content. If you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and like and subscribe and share. That's all I'm asking for this. If I'm providing valuable content, just let me know in the comments as well. With that said, guys, I'm not even gonna hold you up on anything. I'm just gonna show you as far as recap what happened today, and also the trades that we took and the stock that I think you guys should buy. So today we did three trades, two trades. We did two trades. First one was Nvidia. Real clean setup as far as for Nvidia. We have a inverted hammerhead on Nvidia, so I was waiting for the break today, right? We did really good on Nvidia today. Let me go ahead, guys, and share my screen. Would you? I just realized that my screen is not being shared. So there we go. All right, so let me go in here. Oh, where is it? My bad, guys. Hey, I'll get this down packed eventually, okay? So just bear with me, okay? This is like my fifth um video, so it's okay. We're gonna get to it. But today, guys, we did an Nvidia trade. It was a clean trade. I love these type of setups where we have an inverted hammerhead. So I break up the hammerhead. I know I was gonna take it down. The target was right down here. Um, let's see. Let's go ahead and put this right here. So my target for NVIDIA was right down here at the bottom right here. But it's one thing that you have to realize when you play in options or when you trade in options is that regardless of where your target is, you need to take profit because any pullback, then your contracts will be eaten up because again, with options, it's off of time. So your expiration every single minute eats away from your profit. So your contract is decaying every single minute. So you want to make sure that you're taking profit and not trying to wait until it goes all the way down. So what we did was we waited. We saw the break right on the 15 minute. We actually took it on the 15 minute. The first 15 minute, we was done with this trade within 5 minutes. Actually, less than 5 minutes to be honest with you. So what we did was we waited and we saw the break of the day candle right here. But I said I wanted to wait because the simple fact that we can have a pullback on the 5 minute. So once we saw this pullback on the 5 minute and I saw it hit VWAP and rejected, once we break right here, then I was willing to go in that trade. So we went in that trade, we write it down right here, and we collected 25% on that trade, right? I told everybody to get out because the simple fact that if you look at this 15-minute candle, it is extended, right? So because it's extended like that, I was like, you need to get out, okay? Once this candle come in, this is a bullish Arami. So in that sense, we know that we was gonna come all the way back up, but I was done with this trade. Once I traded this earlier this morning, that was it for the day on that trade. And then we did a second trade, which was SPY. We did a call on SPY. So what I did was I saw at 10:15 this candle ended right here, and I saw the break of this candle to the upside. So once we saw this break of the candle, I noticed that we used the 200 MA as a support. So once we saw it as a support right here, we also had a bullish divergence on the 15 minute. Okay, so I draw this line right here because we had a bullish divergence on the 15 minute right here. If you notice, right here. So we had kind of like a lower low situation right here. Some people will argue and be like, all right, it's not lower low, but price is at the same spot. So you still could say it's a divergence. So right here, we had a divergence, a bullish divergence to the upside. So once I saw a break to the upside, now I was a little bit curious because the simple fact that right here, we had the 50% retracement line on the day. and we could reject that 50% line on the day, but we didn't. Okay, so once I saw that, we took the trade, we break above the 15. My target was right here. We did 40% on that SPY call. Okay, now SPY ended up running all day, but again, we did 40% on this one candle right here, and then afterwards it started coming down. So it's not even one candle, to be honest. Once it broke right here, we're talking about 10 minutes of trade, and we collected 40% on that trade. So that was a great trade as well. In and out of that trade, I did do a meta trade, but I did that afterwards. I kind of cheated, which I mentioned in one of my videos. I did do a meta trade. The meta trade that I did was a call on Meta, and just to show you what Meta looked like and why I did the call on Meta. Meta was playing around right on the 15-minute. It was rejecting that 200 MA today. So it rejected, but what happened was it came right back up and formed this hammer right here. So once I saw the hammer right here and I saw the break of this, I got in. And I got in, ride it up for about 15% as far as that. And then actually it was up about 25%, and this spike down. I had a trailing stop. This spike down took me out. And then right afterwards it popped up and did like over 100% on that trade because I had a 730 call. So good trade either way. We had 3 wins, 2 wins in the Discord. This trade I was already off the call. I do not trade all day. We trade for the simple fact that trading gives us back our time. We don't have to sit at a 9 to 5 and worry about our boss stressing us out, talking about, yo, you can't go on vacation, or you have to go ask for time off to go visit somebody. No, we do trading because it gives us our time back. It gives us our freedom to be able to spend time with our family, do whatever we want, as long as we put the time in and we're disciplined and we have a trading plan. Then trading should be profitable for you guys as long as you stay consistent. Now, will you lose on some trades? Yes, you will lose on some trades, but the part of being disciplined, like when I get in a trade, I already know where my stop loss is. So say for instance, with this trade right here, if it broke the 15, then that was my stop loss, okay? Because it break above this 15, my stop loss would have been right here, okay? So anytime I'm going into a trade, I always know my stop loss before I actually enter that trade. So if it breaks that level, then I'm out, okay? And you have to be disciplined enough to know that as well. Now, if you guys are, so for tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, before I get into the call, before I get into the stock that I'm talking about, tomorrow for trading is gonna be a little bit tricky. We have CPI tomorrow. So CPI tomorrow is gonna be at 8:30. So we're gonna see that volatility right before the market opens. So make sure that you're careful. Make sure that you have your trading plan in place. So that means that you're not getting caught. I'm actually looking on Meta to the downside tomorrow. I already talked about Meta and being bearish on Meta as far as on the weekly. The weekly already broke to the downside. So the weekly reversed to the downside. We have a big divergence on, a bearish divergence on the weekly as well. So I am bearish on Meta, right, to the downside. So with that, a break of this weekly candle, and then I'll definitely say, all right, we're coming back down. And we could test all the way down to right here, the body of the candle, which is 683. Okay, that's the ultimate target. Now, once we break here, we should fall. We're gonna see some type of support level right here, and it's all because you have, if you look to the left, guys, you have all of this right here. You have all of this right here. So anytime you're trading, you always want to look left and see where price actually, where did price actually respect. And if you notice right here, price respect there, and then you have these wicks, of course, that happen right between. This is where you see prices coming close to it and then bouncing back up. But once we lose this low, I believe we're gonna come down here first at 700. psych level, of course. So of course we're gonna see something there. We're gonna see people buying at 700 because when Meta was all the way up here at almost 750, there's people that think that, yo, you know what? I missed out on Meta being all the way up there. Let me go ahead and buy it at 700. So now there's a lot of people waiting on Meta to come back down at 700 to buy. And you that's listening right now could be one of them that's saying, yo, I'm buying at 700. But the simple fact that over time, yes, Meta will be $1,000 stock. Meta is going to split at some point, right? But eventually, we're probably gonna come back down here, test down here if we break, and then go back up. Or we could continue down because again, we're in a bearish divergence on the weekly, and literally we got a few gaps to the downside to fill. Okay, and when I say a few gaps, you have a gap right here that needs to be filled. So you have a gap right here that didn't close, right? That needs to be filled right there. So you're talking about coming all the way back down to 600, right? And can it happen? Yes, it can happen because gaps need to close over time. Okay. Now, when we're talking about the Mag 7, like, some of these stocks don't obey certain things, which is crazy. But you'll have Tesla that gapped up and it still run to 1500, and then they split the stock. You'll have Amazon that ran up, gapped up, and just keep running to 3,000 and then split. So you'll have those, and this can do the same thing, but regardless, we have a big ass gap right down here, and this needs to be filled or at least retest, right? And then we actually have another gap right here as well. So there's plenty of gaps down here that needs to be filled or retest. Okay. So with that said, guys, we have CPI tomorrow. One thing is, let me do this. So one thing about this as well is, guys, we have Discord. I have a Discord that I just started not too long ago. In our Discord, we have a lot of information in our Discord. So with that, we have Married to the Markets that me and my wife do every Tuesday. We're going to be coming out with one tomorrow as well. So every week we talk about something with the markets, and especially being a married couple, just touching on what it feels like to be married and trading, because me and my wife trade every single day together. If you guys want to know what it looks like in the Discord, we trade, and you can see the profits for today: 15%, 40%, 15% right there. There's people. This is crazy enough. This is my son's account, right? He just put $100 in, and he's trading. I put $100 in a custodian account, have him trading right here, and he did the SPY trade with us, made $20. So he made 20% on his account just in one day. And these are the different trades, guys. We're posting profits every single day. It's real people doing real things. So with that said, let's go and talk about the stock that I think you guys should buy right now, okay? And why I think you guys should take a look as far as the stock itself. This one I've added on my watch list. I bought it before, sold at the top, and now it's coming back in, and that's Mind Medicine or Mind Med, right? So if you look at this setup right here, if you zoom out, this is a weekly candle, guys, and if you zoom out, you have right now what is a cup and handle, right? So you could see the cup right here. So you could see the cup right here, and then you have the handle right here, okay? So there's different things that's happening with this stock. Why I think it's bullish, and why I think it's in a good position to buy. So right here, we may meet some resistance. We have to come up and test this line right here. So the first stop that this stock will make is going to be that 200 MA, right? We have that 200 MA that we're going to visit. Now, before I go into anything else, we have a huge cup and handle on the weekly. Now, remember this, every time you see a setup is normally going to be stronger on a higher time frame. So when you look at a setup on a 1 minute candle, I don't even know if people look for cup and handle on a 1 minute, because I don't even trade on 1 minute. But say for instance, if you're looking at a 15-minute and you see a cup and handle on a 15-minute, then you know that move is coming and that move is gonna be a decent move. If you see it on a daily, then you know that move is gonna be a bigger move than a 15-minute. If you see it on a weekly, same kind of situation. This move will be a bigger move than a daily move. So the first stop I'm seeing is right here. But not only that, it has a cup and handle, but now if you go on the monthly time frame, we just broke that monthly. Okay, we had an inside bar, we had a lot of consolidation right here. We still consolidating, but we broke above that month high and we're heading up. Okay, so we're heading upwards as far as that. Now, along with that, we have, so along with that, you can see right here, we have the break above that. But now, if you zoom out, okay, if you zoom out, I always say look left or look at the bigger time. Look at what the actual chart is doing on a bigger scale. So when you zoom out of this, one of the first things you want to learn is when you see M's and when you see W's. When you see an M, that means that an M forming, that means that the market is gonna come down. Okay, so when you see an M forming, I don't know where the brush is right now. All right. So when you see an M forming, so you'll have like a fall, right? So when you see the M coming down, you have that M shape will come down and it's giving you that's going to give you like a bearish divergence. With this, you have a W forming right here. So you have a W forming right here. Now we have a lot of consolidation right here, but this is why I say we're looking good to the upside now, okay? We still have to break certain levels, but even at the level I'm showing you guys, that's still a 20% move. And this is not me saying buy options. This is just purely shares, something that you should buy and hold on to. If you want to do options, the options are cheap for a leap, for a $10 call, I believe, on a leap. Let's take a look at the leap real quick while I'm here, while I'm in it right now. I think I just looked at it too. My mad. Everything is in real time, guys. So with that, you're talking about a $10 leap to 2027 is 340, right? And you have 2 years out at that point, right? 2 years out, which is gonna be a good way as far as $10. We're looking at $10 in probably couple months. And I'm gonna show you why I say $10 in a couple months. But even on this right here, even on the monthly, you could see that cup and handle forming on the monthly right here. You have right here coming across, you have that U with a cup and handle right here. That's on the monthly. We're in a monthly time frame right now. Okay. Now you also have the divergence that's formed on right here. So you have lower low, of course, happening right there. And then you have the higher lows happening even up here, right? So you have a lot when it comes to this as far as to the upside. Now on the 3 month, let's look at the 3 month and we'll see that the 3 month also broke to the upside. Okay, so we have a reversal on the 3 month candle, right? So we have a reversal on the 3 month candle, and the target as far as for a 3 month candle is going to be right up here. So that's going to be our target at 1050. Okay, expect some type of thing to happen right here at 984, most likely at $10. $10 is going to be a cycle level. You're going to have some type of sell-off or something right around there. And then continuation. Of course, I'm looking at continuation right afterwards. But the target itself for this, because we broke to the upside on the 3 month, we're going to look at target for this at 1050. Okay, so that's why I said buy this stock now. Now, once we break above that, we have VWAP that we haven't touched in a while, right? And there's a lot of good signs for this. So you're talking about VWAP is right here at 1160, which coming up to test VWAP. That's a 50% move. Now I'm talking about long term on this. Just buy this stock, hold it, keep accumulating shares. If we have a W and we start moving back up, you could see where the middle of the W is, which is right over here at $52. Okay. Now for this stock to move significantly all the way up there, there's gonna have to be certain things that happen for the stock to just move all the way up. But a slow move can happen with this. Okay. Now, just to keep in mind and let you see what the stock is as far as the rating. Right now, the rating on it is 100% buy, but also I was looking at the market cap for this, and the market cap is only $322 million, right? It's not even at $1 billion yet. So at $1 billion, you're talking about a 3x as far as market cap concerned, right? So if it goes to $1 billion in market cap, this stock at that point will be a 2x. So you'll get 200% as far as on your money right there. So this is why I said buy now, accumulate over time. This is not somebody that's going to just see something and be like, oh, go ahead and buy it because it's cheap. No, there's actually reasons within it and TAs within it that shows why I say this is a good buy as far as for right now that you could accumulate over time. All right, guys. So if you like the information that's given, again, the only thing I'm asking you guys is go ahead and like the video, comment on it. Let me know what you think about it. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you want to jump in my Discord, you could go ahead, jump in the Discord. I do live call outs every single day, me and my wife. I only go till 11 o'clock. That's my cutoff time. So if you guys want to go in, make sure you're there on time because I just don't like over trading. That's my thing. That's my rule. 3 trades maximum. I'm not here to be on the call outs all day with people sitting down having no. We're here to make money, do what we need to do, and go spend the rest of the day with our families. So with that, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Until next time, guys. That's it. Have a great night.